This is the publisher's segment of the Family Tree Magazine podcast, and with me is Allison Dolan, the publisher of Family Tree Magazine. Hi.
Hi, Lisa. It's so fun to do this face-to-face.
I know. It's so often we're on phones and we're talking over Skype, and now to get a chance to get together, and you barely made it here.
Barely did. We had some nasty weather in Cincinnati, and so delayed flights, but made it here. And
but the genealogy will always come through, right?
It always prevails, exactly.
And this is bigger and better. Now, I know I can see your booth down from my booth, but wow, this hall is so much bigger this year.
It is it's so much bigger, and there's so many companies here that I haven't seen in the past, so it's really exciting to be going around and learning about new services and products that will help us with our family history.
Exactly, and we're talking about Roots Tech 2014. We're here in Salt Lake City, and I have to say, having gone to Who Do You Think You Are live for a couple of years now, this is really starting to look the same. It's really starting to have the same kind of energy and attendance and size. It's just incredible. And you guys have been here every year. What do you hear from people when they're coming by the booth and they're checking in with you? You're like me. You get a chance to meet your readers and meet your listeners.
Well, it's really a great opportunity when we come to these events to talk to people who are listening to the podcast and subscribing to the magazine, and so that's always very gratifying because, we do it all for all of the family history community, and so to be able to meet people face to face is fantastic. And people here are really excited. They're learning about products and services, I think, for the first time, and they're just also happy to have this time that they can dedicate exclusively to family history and doing research and learning things. I feel for me and for a lot of the people that I talk to, this experience rejuvenates their enthusiasm for kind of keeping it going throughout the year.
It does, and it's interesting in talking to some folks, they were saying, I'm not sure how many classes I'm going to get to. I've been so busy meeting up with my Facebook friends, going to all the booths, checking out what's going on. It's just, and it's so much more interactive. And I think that is a fabulous element, but sometimes we do want just the concentrated learning. And I know that with you and Family Tree Magazine, Family Tree University, you've been putting together the virtual conferences, and there's one coming up.
There is.
It's almost like the polar opposite in that it's from the comfort of your home. So tell us about the virtual conference.
Right. Well, this virtual conference is going to be happening February 28th through March 2nd. And like you were saying, it is a little bit the polar opposite of this in that you can attend in your pajamas if you want. You can log in at 2 in the morning.
They've been discouraging me from that here. I don't know why.
My jammies aren't exactly appropriate for this either. But the great thing about it is the total flexibility. So, you get that same kind of learning that you get from classes here, but you don't have to show up in a specific room at a specific time. You really can just tailor your schedule to whatever availability you have. And I think for people in particular who have told us that they can't come to an event like this because they have other commitments, they have small children, it just doesn't jive with their schedule. This is a way for them to be able to work in that concentrated dose of genealogy into their normal life. You don't have to necessarily, carve out a huge chunk of time. You can work it into what you already have planned.
And you can kind of take it with you. Because I know I'm doing one of the presentations, and we record these as videos. And participants can download these videos and have them available. So maybe you're not really working on historic newspapers right now, you got something out of the class, but then in 3 months you're ready to tackle it, you can go back and watch the video. I think that's an amazing value added.
Definitely, and that's one of the things that the attendees really tell us that is most valuable to them out of their virtual conference experience is having that ability to not feel like you have to absorb every single thing at that second. You have the ability to go back and look at things again. And the other thing I think that they value, which might come as a surprise to some people, is the interaction. You might
There is a lot.
that you might not think that it's very interactive if you're interacting online, but our message boards are very active. We have live chats where you get to interact with people who are experts in a topic or experts at genealogy. We have one that's kind of become a Sunday tradition in the virtual conference that's share your stumpers, where everybody comes in and just, here's the problem I'm working on. Please give me some ideas. I'm stuck. And so that's become kind of a favorite. And I was surprised at how much I got out of the participation on an interactive basis and how I walk away from each virtual conference with new friends that I hadn't met before.
And you can do that guilt-free because even I'm not missing a class and I get to watch that class later when it's convenient after the weekend is over. So
absolutely,
you kind of get the best of both. I think this has been an amazing and really cool, innovative way to bring education.
Yeah, we've got innovation at Family Tree University, innovation here at Roots Tech. It's just really exciting to be part of it all.
Well, it's awesome to see you in person.
You
and
too.
I know we're going to hang out and see all these new vendors. There's a lot of new faces. And stick here at the Genealogy Gems YouTube channel, the Family Tree Magazine YouTube channel, the podcast, all these different channels that will bring you all kinds of great content about what's going on here at Roots Tech. Thank you so much, and thanks for being on the podcast.
Thank you.